It's my FPL Game Week 6 review because finally the weekend is over, the game week is over. I had an absolute disaster this week because I played the wildcard. Was it wrong to do so? Did I make the wrong choices? I absolutely did. So stay tuned to the very end to get my full analysis on my team. I want to find out how you did as well. But if you do, please do like and subscribe. Let's get straight into it then. As you can see on the screen, awful 40 points this week, 6 below the average, and that is with the wild card. For me, let's get into it. So, firstly, when I got to the deadline and when I made my decision on my team, I thought that Graham Potter would be in charge for this game at the weekend for West Ham, which would have meant they had a leaky defence and very probably unlikely to score. I felt Tarkowski would have a real chance. West Ham have a real problem defending set pieces. Grealish and Ndiaye just felt obvious. So I already had Ndiaye, but to bring in Tarkowski and Grealish felt like a no-brainer. I was like, Tarkowski, hang on a minute, he can keep a clean sheet and he can probably score from a set piece. So that, of course, all went downhill. City didn't keep a clean sheet against Burnley as I expected. There's a lot of things like that. Tottenham, I thought, would keep a clean sheet against Wolves, didn't. Bournemouth, I didn't think we could keep a clean sheet, but I hope Trafford might get some fit. Fernandes, disaster, bringing him in and missing the penalty and getting a yellow card. Kudus, I thought we'd get something against Wolves, nearly did, but disallowed goal. Semenyo done very well, to be fair. Haaland as well, should have captained him though. And Evan Nilsson let me down again, who I already had anyway. But what's really big that you'll notice in this, really stands out to me, 21 points on my bench. It's over half of what my total team scored, and that's 4 players compared with 11. So that is what's frustrating, getting the goalkeeper decision wrong. I thought Donnarumma seemed like a really sensible pick, not only for the short term, for this game week, but also for the long term. I think it still is for the long term. Good decision to bench Strand Larsen. That's a very rare decision that I did admit was good this week. Mark Gay as well, Crystal Palace getting that late assist at the end, so it's frustrating, it hurts. I'm assuming anyway it's another downward arrow. Yeah, that absolutely is the case. 6 million, ouch, overall. But although I think it's a mistake, well, I made so many mistakes, I'm in a healthy position next week, having now played the wild card. My team's definitely in a lot better position, so I think it's right to play the wild card. However, there's no doubt about it, the team really struggled. So, proper frustrating. I mean, getting Strand Larsen and Concert to bench them was right, but Mark Gay as well was just, I didn't expect that at the end. But the goalkeeping decision, again, that's an 8-point swing. 40 to 48 is quite a big difference. But really, I should be closer to 124 rather than 46. You know, when you play the wild card, that's the reality. So it's quite poor. And Semenyo I had anyway. The only one that really helped me that I didn't have is Haaland. It would have been Roofs, but I left him on the bench. But for next week, as I said, I think I'm in a good place. But for now, awful. I mean, I thought there'd be 2 or 3 clean sheets in that back line, including the goalkeeper. Turns out there was a big fat 0. Midfield, poor, really poor in fact. It's Semenyo saving it, and Haaland is carrying it. So if it wasn't for Haaland and Semenyo, I mean, I'd be done for. I'd be literally awful. So what did you get this week? Did you beat me? An awful week for me in FPL, because it's been ages now analysing it, but at the end of the day, it was just a poor week. It's as simple as that, and most players let me down. I made so many poor decisions, from captain decision. That's the thing in FPL. You can pick the right players, which some I did for a game week and for the long term as well. But if you don't get the captain's decision right and you don't get the goalkeeper right, that costs you. So if I got the captain's decision right, for example, let's say I captained Haaland, huge. That scores me another 16 points. And if I get the goalkeeping decision right, that scores me another 8 points. That's huge. That's 24 points. I could have ended up easily with that. So I could have ended up with like 64 points if I captained and goalkeeped the right player. Right goalkeeper, right captain, 24 point swing. That's the brutal reality check of FPL. But I'm sure you beat me this week, but let me know what you got in the comments below. But thank you very much for watching. That is your FPL review. There'll be an FPL preview ahead of this game week as well. A lot of content coming out in a minute. So thank you all for your support. So subscribe for Spurs Women, England Women, which means the Lionesses, Premier League and FPL content. Yeah, we've got literally everything. So please come into the channel if you're new, like, subscribe. But for now, thank you for watching.